Hello, and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I'm joined today, as ever, by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
I vetoed my shoulders. I'm ready to go.
You vetoed your shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yesterday.
Yeah, what? Is it just the shoulders that the hair comes on? Because you're a pretty hairy man.
They like shoulder pads.
Yeah.
And then no hair. Sort of like an old barbarian.
Yeah, something for the ladies to hold on to.
Yeah. Women always say, I love running my fingers through his shoulders.
Yeah.
They always say that on the literature I read. They say that. And write the literature I write.
The sort of Ed Sheeran kind of fan fiction websites.
I'm starting as a novella series.
Yeah.
It's called Plus Minus Divide. I'm just using the album titles.
Ooh, Ed. Those shoulders.
I wouldn't want to share them.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I'm feeling sexy.
Okay, you feeling
the back as well, and the back of the neck.
You went all the way up to the back of the neck?
Well, not up. I didn't start from.
I assumed it's a sort of back rug that goes from the back of the neck to the crack.
Got like a sort of car wash machine that just sort of puts it. I slide through slowly like a slow water slide, a slow, sad water slide that then the V applies on my back. No, I don't have a hairy back, but just the bottom of the neck there. But I thought, look, it's time. I got to look good. Yeah. It's a big weekend.
Yeah.
A spooky weekend.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming it's just part of your Halloween outfit. You're going to be going.
So actually, funnily enough, I was thinking of being the whole shebang.
You should, what do you mean? Like just
not
neck down?
The whole top bit.
Yeah. You shouldn't do the top, never your face or head, because you would look very sick. With your skin complexion, you would look incredibly ill. People would get up for you on the tube, I think.
Yeah, that's the only benefit of it. They're like, so anyway. But for Halloween, me and my housemate, we just bought the costumes yesterday. We're going as Vikings.
Cool.
So I don't want to be Love Island Viking. I think I need to have some chest hair.
Okay.
Because that's more authentic.
Okay.
But no one's ever said, I like sexy hairy shoulders. So I thought shoulders can go. But I'll keep some on the chest hair.
Okay.
Viking. Have you decided what you're going to go as Halloween?
There's a lot of options, it's just...
Hollister model?
Yeah, exactly.
What? Abercrombie and Fitch front of the house. Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
Sort of.
People coming up to me, can I work it? No. You're not.
Yeah. No.
So
but enjoy the store.
So true story of the Hollister. My sister-in-law worked as front of house, one of those people. Okay. Ooh. And as she said, she worked with a couple, and the girl was in the front of house, but then they put the ugly people at the back as folders, right? And then they weren't allowed to speak to each other during the day.
Going out with a folder.
Yeah.
Her mum's like, how could you go out with a folder?
You couldn't get away with that now, could you? Can you imagine the uproar on Twitter if they were like, they've made me be a folder?
That whole business model. Completely full. That's why I never see Hollister at Abercrombie and Fitch. Yeah.
There would be a campaign to get ugly front of house now.
Yeah, and then there'd be a wonderful Twitter post of someone, I'm the first fat cunt they left in front of house.
I identify as a front of house model, so
front of house.
You need to let me do that.
The front of house model. I think they wouldn't be able to do that now. But at the time, that was the thing. You wanted to get asked to work at Hollister, and there wasn't about being good at your job. It's like, we need fit people in here.
Oh, 100%.
In this dimly lit
room that stinks. Yeah.
My sister's boyfriend used to work there.
Was he a folder?
Now, how dare you slander my sister like that? To think she'd go out with a folder? Do you think she's sullied the good name going out with a folder? She went out with, she still goes out with someone who used to work at Hollister. And he said he used to have to stand at the front of the store. Yep. And as people came in, all he said was, welcome to the pier.
Oh my God. Yeah. Welcome to the pier.
Yeah.
Not even like, hey, how are you? What's going on?
And also not even like, something that you could vaguely understand. Yeah. Or just been like, welcome to like your journey, or something vague where you're just like, oh, but welcome to the pier.
Yeah, just really vague.
Saying like, Brent Cross Shopping Centre.
Brent Cross one as well. Love it.
That was a big one. You sort of walk around, sort of opportunities might happen. Yeah. It was sort of like a nightclub.
I just would go out there and just sort of start folding clothes in the shop, just being like, show them what I could do.
Yeah. I'd go and stand in the corner and look unhelpful. And they'd be like, maybe he's got the chops. Maybe
he could do something here. Hello, producer Phoebe. We got producer Phoebe in the house.
We got her in the house, but she's been silenced.
She doesn't want to speak.
I assume the patriarchy, which I hate, by the way.
Yeah.
Bloody hate that.
But she is telling us how much she loves Hollister and still shops there.
Yeah.
So
She's saying what good blokes we are.
Yeah.
Stop it, Phoebe. Don't worry about
Phoebe,
that.
come on.
She's now furiously trying to get her mic to work.
Please stop.
Sorry?
You're trying to make me part of this. You do you. I don't want to sully my name with you guys.
you don't want to sully your name?
She sounds like all the women I've ever asked out.
Yeah.
And yes, I asked them out with my mate.
Yeah. Every time.
Every time.
I'd just be here, just be like, well, if you don't fancy him, do you want to give this guy a go? That's
You'd be like, anyway. I don't know what that was. Should we go? I got a cute jumper tiger tonight. It's student night, so do you want to go?
actually a promoter. That was another very good. That was a prestigious at uni as well. If you were some kind of nightclub promoter.
Yeah. If you had access to the wristbands.
Oh.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Oh,
Suddenly everyone wanted to talk with you.
Yeah. Big time Charlie.
I wouldn't do that. But we didn't talk. Well, anyway, pleasure, Phoebe. This is the problem. We go through producers so quickly. No one ever stays producing us. And you know what? It's never because of the working conditions.
No.
I'd personally love there to be articles being like, I had to work 24-hour days to make sure all of it is. No, it's just because they don't like us. Yeah. People.
They don't want the controversy.
They're like, no, it's fine. It's an easy job. But I just hated being in that room for an hour.
Not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Always a pleasure. Me and Phoebe before this went to a tea house.
Cool.
Got a pot of tea each. It's too much tea.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of tea. Where where even is a tea house? I mean, where you're living in sort of 18th century Britain? I mean,
well, this basically it was like going there. Phoebe was the one who sort of organised the tea house,
Okay.
and she's nodding. But basically we went in, and because it's half term, screaming children and 100-year-old blokes
Good.
sat there. It was
what a great
like,
mix.
Yeah. Well, that's my demographic. That's the ones who like my humour. But no, so we went in, and there was also a table, and you'll agree with this, Phoebe. There's this table of snooty people next to us who were like
At the tea house?
You wouldn't believe it.
Unbelievable.
You wouldn't believe it at the Vauxhall Tea House.
Bloody hell. I mean,
the tea house is also a theatre.
and
We asked.
and you're snooty people.
And, you wouldn't believe it. They're exactly the type of people. Have you ever watched Florence
Foster Jenkins. Yeah, great film.
Those sort of people who are going there being the latest rendition of blah blah blah. Good scathing reviews from the New York Times. Like they were that.
Shout out friend of the show David Mills, who actually has been on and was in Florence Foster Jenkins. So.
Yes, playing himself.
I know, unbelievable.
He's so good at that. Yeah. It's great because I'm like, this is what I feel you say when you're not being polite at gigs.
Yeah.
He plays a very very fashionable but very sort of catty person.
He's easily the trendiest person who's ever been in the studio. 100%.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing a t-shirt. That's a Peep Show reference that
No,
I didn't even
God.
know. With a shirt my mum bought me. And you've got a Def Havana who you've never listened to.
No, I love them. I go their tour every
What are
year.
your favourite 3 songs?
Havana and
Havana Part 2.
Breaking.
And the Havana DJ Khaled remix.
It's exactly. So all the hits. So that's it, guys. That's
Easy most. But yeah, it was that. So me and Phoebe hung out then. So obviously off air, it's okay for us to chat, but clearly when the mics are on, doesn't want to get tarred with the same brush.
doesn't fancy it.
Doesn't fancy it. But anyway, good to have you. Good to have you in, Phoebe, as always. And we look forward to who will be producing next week.
Who knows? I didn't have. I wish I'd been to the tea house this morning. I've spent all morning at Moorfields Eye Hospital. Shout out Moorfields Eye Hospital.
Oh yeah,
and
I tried
amazing.
to find it, but I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But that's why they say on the tube for Moorfields Eye Hospital.
Exactly.
Anyway, so what were you doing there?
So I went because I had an follow-up appointment from a previous one.
Can I just quickly do what happened before you say? So this, I imagine what. But mate, the thing is, I can't actually wear glasses. Like, no, not like physically. Just mate, if you knew me, like I wouldn't wear glasses. So you're gonna have to come up with some other solution, mate. Because like I'm not big with lasers as well. Like I did Quasar when I was 12, and like it didn't go well. So
we joke about the lasers. That. Pretty accurate, but also we joke about the lasers. And so first thing I had to have a consultation with a retina eye surgeon, which is never a good start to any conversation.
That's not going to
Things aren't going well if you've got to do that.
You need to see the retina eye consultant to ensure that everything's perfect with your eyes.
No worries here.
I'm just going to do a routine retina
eye, right, bit of eye surgery. Anyway, so what happened was, first of all, okay, so they had to do like scan my eye, right? They have to do like a laser eye scan.
Jesus.
And so what they do is anyone who's ever had anything done with their eye, they like put you in this contraption so you can't move your head. Okay.
And that's
it's a big contraption for my head. Okay.
They were really cranking it wide and wide.
So first of all, and I was with the nurses at first to do the scans, and they had like a junior person in, like a very junior person, right? And I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay,
I'm gonna get my eye gouged out.
Yeah, so literally the first one, they were like, okay, yeah, that's that. He was like a bit fiddly, but like it was nothing too major, and it was fine, right? And then the main nurse was like, right, we're now going to do the laser eye scan, and then she turned to him, and she's like, so have you ever done laser eye scanning before? And the guy was like, no, and I'm not one you. He said, no, but I'll give it a go. And I can't move my head. I'm like, you're about to shoot a laser beam into my eyeball.
They got me that eye, can it? Yeah. He's got two eyes. One, I can do one badly.
Exactly. We'll do it one at a time.
He's just sitting there being like, I'm actually trained as a pharmacist.
Yeah.
But
I can see his hand as well. It's proper shaking on the controls. But I can't move. My head's like slapped into this machine.
So you've got an episode of Saw, basically.
Yeah. So I'm like, fucking hell. Here we go.
This is what you get for years of shit podcasting.
Yeah. So anyway, he does the laser eye scan. It's
So he
all
goes
right.
for it. How was it then?
Yeah, it was fine, right? But then, so I get the results, and then I have to go and speak to the surgeon, and he's like, look, there is a problem, okay?
Oh, shit.
There's an issue.
It wasn't before that guy. Guy went with his laser pointer. Yeah. If I was taking a penalty in Hungary.
I said the guy's like, who? Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, you mean take your son to work day?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't supposed to let him do that. He's currently doing a BTEC in business studies.
I'll be having words with her. Anyway, so and he's got a word, and he's like, yeah. So and he was like having a look at the scans. He's like, so would you be okay having surgery today, like now? And I was like,
depends what, mate.
I was like, yeah,
what, on your eye?
Yeah. And then he was like, and I was like, well, you know, I've got a podcast to do and stuff. And
he said that.
Yeah. It's got loads of listeners.
Exactly. Yeah. I've got to do it for the patrons. They pay so much, you know.
Sight and sound.
Yeah,
check it out.
That's why I need you. I have this podcast called Under the Life.
Yeah.
It's like I do surgery while like chatting about what I'm doing, and the bloke we had on before, like he's basically pulled out. So you're right.
Yeah.
You had to be like the guest / on the table today.
Yeah. I'll talk to you during.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I don't know. And then like he was like, yeah. He was like, okay, well, you don't have to have it now, but like he was like, I think you might have to have it. And he was like, what? And I was like, and I was saying like, oh, because I do actually have quite a lot of stuff on for the next like 2 weeks. He was like, well, whatever you do, you know, whatever you, he was like, whatever you do, like, it's not going to be more important than like going blind is obviously worse. You know, that's going to harm your career more. Exactly. And then I did actually think, well,
me actually,
there's an Edinburgh show that I could call Blinded by the Lights, and actually, I could probably get on live at the Apollo if I did go medically blind, but.
You got more chance of that.
Exactly. So I was like, you don't know what I do, but he was like, no, you probably.
You won't be blind, mate. It's hard being this fit when you can't even see yourself.
I know.
Like,
what are the chances? So then he was like, okay. Basically, he was like, then he went to his boss, and then the senior boss guy came in, and he was like, no, you don't need eye surgery.
Oh, fuck
yeah. And I was like, what? And he was like, absolute roller coaster. And then he was like, okay, so basically, I have some fluid in my eye. And he's like, it will probably just absorb back into your eye, but you have to like not have any stress in your life. Do you have anything stressful going on? And I was like, well, a couple of things. And he's like, what about your job? Is that stressful? And I was like, notoriously unstressful, actually. Just walk in the park.
Yeah. Gigging in front of 70 rowdy people from Slough.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. It's never stressful.
So, yeah, he was like, basically, come back in 3 months and we'll see. So I might have to have...
Don't get stressed. If you get stressed, you're fucked, mate.
Yeah. Sleep.
Think about that.
You need to sleep as well.
Relax, your heart rate is going up.
He was like, sleep and don't get stressed, and maybe it will all back in. If not, I have to have a laser... like eye surgery.
So this needs to be a calming time. For how long did he say to not get stressed for?
Over the next 3 months, apparently.
What?
I know.
It's Christmas.
I know.
It's spooky season.
I've got some stuff going on.
You're gonna get spooked.
Yeah.
No one dress up too scarily. I have to be stressed.
Very calm all the time. So yeah, that has been my morning. It was fun.
Well done for going through all that. And how's your eye now?
I mean, I can't actually. It doesn't actually really affect my vision. So at the
How
moment.
did you know what something is painful?
Because I went to the opticians to actually get glasses because I've got shit long sight anyway. And then she spotted it, and then I went, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, shit."
That all this morning?
No. The opticians was like 2 weeks ago, but
Jeez.
anyway.
Well.
So anyway, there we go. And it's the kind of thing that genuinely does only normally affect people in their 70s, and they're like, "How old are you?"
Well, you're in your 40s.
Yeah, exactly.
Not too far away.
Next week.
Yeah. Well, whilst you were being blinded,
Yeah.
I was helping the youth see a more optimistic future.
Okay. And what?
And you can listen to us more after this on Classic Radio. I did a workshop with the youths yesterday on how to make reels
Oh, cool. Okay.
with some disparate youths.
Did you go in there and you're like, guys, wigs? That's rule number one. What's your wig situation?
I said, this is...
What's your impression of your mum like? Because that is going to be huge for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Did genuinely with one of the girls there. She did one with her mum. As in her mum. Yeah, I was like, people love that shit. I'll tell you how I open, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, kids, they're from the block.
Right.
Just
And you,
just
so
like-
relatable.
Just like me. I get it. Yeah. So, and that's what I said to them. I walked in. I let them all seat first, and then I was like, play the intro music. It was Stormzy, Too Big for Your Boots.
Okay, cool.
And then
This sounds like it's very David Brent.
picked up a chair,
Let it play. Let it play.
Yeah, they tried to stop it. I was like, fuck sake, you stopped it early. Picked up the chair, turned it around, sat on it the other way.
Yeah.
Arms on the side, which went, I get it. And then I was silent for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's make some reels.
Okay. You want to be big online? You want to be a star?
You know what? I went in there being a bit scared because kids can be scary.
Intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you had was there was some basically kids from this school where they were on the list for basically they're close to getting excluded, and they have to do other things to as a chance for them. Like if you do this course and you do these workshops and stuff, then and you prove yourself to be into it and to behave. And then you had a couple people who were just sort of like in college or just out of college, didn't have much going on, but
I find that very weird that they would get you, the person who's only ever aced every exam he's ever done and been the complete fucking dork at school.
I got a B in German GCSE.
You guys know to be studying 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You get expelled. That's the worst thing that could ever happen to anyone.
I set up a revision. It is the worst.
I assume that's what you opened with.
Yeah, I was like, you fucking idiot. You're wasting good education.
Yeah.
But I set up when I was studying for my GCSEs a revision set of 35-minute periods, because I heard that 35 minutes is the time in which you're not likely to lose a test.
I didn't study for my GCSEs, you fucking nerd. I just...
But your GCSEs was think...
I actually got an A in English, so whatever.
Think of something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Your exam was walk in and then be like... are you nervous? And then you're like, yeah. And they're like, don't be. And you're like, okay. And they go, and that's the exam.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then a couple of people who, I'm not sure what the name for it is now. When I was growing up,
what is courage? And I walked out.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a plaque made out of hemp. Yeah. And then, when I was growing up, it was differing needs, whatever you'd call that. When I was growing up, it was called special needs. But obviously that is not. I don't think that's quite what they say now.
I mean, that was definitely what it was called for all the dyslexia stuff I had to do at school. I was definitely in special needs. Yeah, 100%.
You're a special kid.
Yeah.
But I when you think this is going to be easy because I can go in and be like, look, I got loads of followers, just do what I do. But then you're like, I'm not sure I know how to connect with sort of 13-year-olds or 14. What?
I mean, you can't connect with normal people. So
I can't connect with my age range, which is 18 to 39. So, but it was really it was good. That's when you realise the education system is a bit fucked, because the problem is it's easy to gravitate towards the people who engage with it. So you end up leaving behind the people who are probably need more. They need more overseeing. They need more help with what they're doing. But they're fucking running around and shouting and screeching and stuff. So you're sort of like, well, I'm going to go work with these girls who actually are have ideas and have storyboarded a reel out and stuff. But it was all right. It was good, and I feel like I probably changed all their lives.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I got up my most viewed videos. I was like, look, you may not find this funny, but here's my credentials.
There's millions of people who have found this, have liked this.
Who've liked this. So.
And they've sort of exhaled briefly out their nose.
Yeah, it's relatable.
Yeah. Yeah, mums are a bit like that.
Yeah, they are. Fucking are, mate.
Well,
but shout out Headliners London if you want to get involved or you want to just have a see what they're doing. But they basically work with kids from disadvantaged backgrounds, trying to help them get involved in the media and film and media industries, which are normally quite closed off and due to nepotism. And I was sitting there being like, mate, all you guys are more likely to get on TV than me. Middle class white guy from the south of England. Are you kidding me?
and they loved every minute of that. Yeah.
They didn't really care for that, but that's the problem with the fucking loony left.
Yeah.
The so-called liberals.
Oh.
You know what it is. When I did my 45-minute diatribe.
Talking of the loony left and the righty right, we will move on to our first section of the news, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the budget. The budget has been released by Rishi Sunak. I don't know. Apparently, it's going to affect middle-income families the most. People earning about 29 to 35,000 are going to be suffering the most under the new budget.
Can I read you out my a headline I read this morning?
Yeah,
which is so relatable. Millions to be worse off in 2022, says think tank. That's all it is.
great.
That's fun, isn't it?
Oh.
When there's no food on the shelves or petrol.
Oh,
How do they come up with that one?
yeah. I mean, already people, because although minimum wage is going to go up, which is a good thing, that is a positive. Inflation is gonna. I mean, we're already at like Thatcher era inflation, so people are going to be way worse off for the next year until some kind of income catches up. But I don't know, it's rough. It's fucking bad. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I did economics A level, got an A*, whatever, get over it. But but that was a long time ago, so I don't really know as much about inflation and interest rates as I once did. But here's my 411.
well, goods and services go up with inflation.
Yeah. But
Ali Wood's the resident economist. Just
now we go to Economy Corner. Buy bread, I should say. Buy it now.
Crypto is the future. That's
not going to affect me, mate. Yeah, exactly. It might affect.
Physical money. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You still relying on the pound sterling?
No.
I haven't paid with pound sterling.
You know, Colombia, they're actually going to use crypto as its currency. So if an economy like Colombia is doing it, then, it's got to be safe.
Like, you ever had cocaine?
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
So
but it's backed. We're centralised, or used to be, by gold. Then cocaine. What's a more valuable asset in 2022? You tell me.
I'll tell you what. No, this is a real story. Talking to my mates, they said they cannot get a deal. Any dealer will not give them anything unless you're paying in Dogecoin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing. Is reliable sources.
Straight.
But yeah, so essentially, inflation and interest rates rise. So that means
mortgages are going to be really expensive, which is great for me.
Sorry, it sucks to be you, Tom, buying a house. That's hard, isn't it?
Can't all be children forever.
Yeah. Oh no. What are we going to do now? Tom can't buy his house for as little as he was going to get it, listeners. This is a good time to say donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIF Pod. And I hope you enjoyed our double length episode this week.
That was great.
And thank you very much for your questions in for that one. And you can listen to that double length episode at patreon.com/AIDIF Pod if you sign up to a Patreon. Thank you very much to those who have joined. Actually, I tell you what, we can read out actually one. Moving slightly away from the budget briefly, we can actually read out one of the messages that we recently got. Thanks so much. Love your podcast. Listen to it every week. I'm not even a big podcast listener.
Aww.
Which is lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's from ARN.
Yeah.
Again, the person we don't know whose name there actually is. But ARN, thank you so much. And that suggests to me that once you listen to other podcasts, you will quickly delete that episode. I thought you were good. I mean, listen to these other people. My God, it's good. I mean, it's so slick. The editing is good.
They're informed about the subject matters.
They don't just say, inflation's going up. Anyway, what's going what else is... Anyone got any interesting sex story?
Anyone else want to speak about it?
So anyway, it's more of a tale of bad news for Britain, for Little Britain, our little island. I think we are seeing the suffering and the effects of sort of pandemic, furlough and Brexit all coming together at once. Because furlough was a great scheme. Furlough was really good to support people.
Needed it.
But but I think now, this government are going to be like, no, that's what the previous taxes were for. They'll be like, no, you have to fucking...
Just pay up,
guys. You have to pay up, guys. And the way they sold it was, your pint's going to get more expensive. That's the way they said. We can't...
Well, actually, slashed pints.
But this is what, for years, this is the way they communicate with British people in how much pints cost. Because for years they were like, we can't put the living wage up, guys, because your pints will get more expensive. Do you want? Yeah, okay, yeah. We raise the living wage. Pints are 30p more expensive. What would you rather have? And everyone was sort of like,
Let's make a good point.
Yeah, fair. No, actually, fair. Yeah, fair about that. Yeah. Cheers, Cameron. Yeah, actually, fair play. But now, they're saying that actually, guys,
this
good
budget
news.
dropped by 5p or something. So
wow. So in London,
you'll feel that.
That'll mean they'll only cost 18 quid 41. Anyway, I've been Ali Woods.
Thank you very much.
Are you nervous? Does this make you nervous? Because you're a man who's entering, many would say the final stages of his life. Yeah.
Certainly the middle stages.
You're buying a house. You might one day want a family.
Settling down, big time.
So with that in mind, does this scare you? For me, sort of rag about
carefree
town,
woods.
Carefree, living off meal deals.
Exactly.
That's how I measure inflation. Sainsbury's meal deal, now £3.50. But I will say this, they have offset it by increasing the variety of things you can get. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does worry me. It does worry me, and it's stressful. You do have to start thinking about the older we get. You have to start thinking about things like this. We can't. I mean, some of us will just be, free and easy living forever, or as friend of the show John Long put it in a very funny way, like being a poor artist in your 20s is great, but in your 30s it's just a real bummer.
People feel sad for you.
Real bummer, real shitstorm actually.
I don't see what the problem is. I mean, everyone thinks Wayne Lineker is cool.
Yeah, he's rich. So.
Well. Sure that'll happen as well. I just need a brother to be a successful footballer.
Exactly, and then open a string of nightclubs and you're good to go.
Yeah, that'd be good. So look, we hope wherever you are, the budget and the inflation and interest rates, you're okay.
If it has affected you, message in and say how. If you're worried about it, I'd like to know how the real world impacts. Bit of a sociological study on our listeners and say if you felt you're going to feel any real world impacts to the budget.
We want LBC style. Yeah, sort of agitative.
One person saying it, get people riled up.
Yeah. Someone coming in and being like, and we've got Gary on the line now. Gary. Yeah. So basically, right? Yeah, my living costs have gone up, and I don't like it. Yeah, no, fair enough, Gary. And and so what's the problem you think? What do we need to solve? There's too much immigration is what it is. Okay, cheers, Gary. Thanks very much for joining in. Yeah. And you can call it. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Good. Bring it back to the French fishing boats somehow. Well. That would be ideal.
It's foreign fish, and we need to start making British fish normal again. So someone who is doing well financially is singer-songwriter Adele.
Smashed it, some would say. Absolutely smashed it.
Take your point. I mean, I'd rather have a small group of very loyal fans than a humongous group of even more loyal fans.
With her, Ed Sheeran, and possibly you could join that famous ginger British export. Because that you got to think like Adele and Ed Sheeran are our most famous celebrities.
It's a high stock at the moment.
Yeah,
I mean we got Phoebe as ginger as well, but that's more of a sort of equal rights sort of community outreach sort of hire. But yeah, we got gingers running the world at the moment.
It's actually baffling that the most tickets in the world were for any tour was Ed Sheeran.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, AIDIF Live.
Yeah, well, this is the point people make.
That actually pisses me off because as a human race, we need to take a look at ourselves and be like, the person that most people in the entire world paid to see was Ed Sheeran. Does that not piss everyone off? That fucks me off.
Very talented artist, and he's on the show next week.
No one more.
But this is the point people make: is that Adele and people like Ed Sheeran are huge selling artists. Do you know anyone who goes, my favourite artist is Ed Sheeran?
I imagine in America. I imagine only Americans.
But maybe we just don't hang out with... Maybe it's like voting Tory in that...
Everyone's
listening at home on their Spotify. And the people who aren't sharing their Spotify... People who are sharing their Spotify raps are like, Kendrick Lamar was my top thing. I'm really cool. But there's loads of Spotify rap which is like, you listen to Shape of You 11,000 times this year. I think that must be what's happening.
There'll be a few out there.
Not the Stormzy remix version.
Not the cool one.
Yeah, just the original.
But looking forward to mine this year.
So anyway, this is genuinely today. This is tweeted by My West London. Hello from the 10,000 strong queue for Adele tickets. Pre-sale tickets to the singer's first live performance in 2017 went on sale at 10 a.m. Adele will play 2 shows at the British Summertime Festival in Hyde Park next July. So that's for 2 shows. 10,000 people
That's not that many though, because those gigs will be like 50,000 a night.
No, but there must be like a way
for pre-sale. That's mad.
Yeah, this is for pre-sale. Like there must be a way people are getting them on. Like that's not just. Definitely that's not just like you have to queue in this queue to get them. But for 10,000 people to turn up just to queue for a ticket is insane.
Is wild.
But then I don't get what you do at an Adele concert.
Sway.
Do you know that's not even one of her songs?
Yeah, I've seen Ed Sheeran live. I've seen Ed Sheeran live.
Well, there
twice.
we go, Mr. Hypocrite over here.
Both with girlfriends. Of course. No, I actually met my first long-term girlfriend was at music festival, and Ed Sheeran was on before like the Strokes or someone cool. And a bottle of piss got thrown and hit me and the girl, and that's how we met. So
what?
Dated her for a year.
So you pissed on her. It was your
exactly. Yeah,
that was one of your moves, isn't it?
Right at her.
We'll get to it. Sort of. You just splash in her face. Is this acid?
Was that piss?
It's only piss. Shh, calm down. Anyway, so do you like Ed Sheeran? Then what's your favourite song?
So
we'll get to it later. Chat blinds, but that was one of your moves, wasn't it? You've got Dino back there pissing in bottles.
I was like, mate, her.
Also, yeah, exactly. You're bottling. Jesus. Well, but so what is Ed Sheeran like live?
Yeah, he's fine. I would say he's fine. He's crowd pleasing.
But what does this is my point. What does one do at an Adele concert? Cool, right? Great. You get to see her live.
You
Brilliant.
sing.
You love Adele.
Sing.
So you just but she sings the songs.
What do you do when you see Barry Manilow? Okay, you know. I've seen him multiple times. Of course you sing.
But Barry, Manilow's a different cat.
Her name was Lola.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean that is. I mean when you hear the first
fucking hits. Yeah.
I mean, I remember my friend chewing my ear off. You know when you're pissed, just chewing my ear off about how that's the best song ever made.
I don't disagree.
It was like, you don't understand. You don't understand. It works for everyone, right? It works for everyone, right? Because the tune really upbeat, right? So people like upbeat music, get it. But the song's really sad. So everyone's a winner. Everyone, mate, you're not listening to me. Honestly, it is the best song.
I'm a huge Manilow fan. I don't know what his official fans are called on Twitter.
Yeah,
Manilows or Manilese.
I know you do like Mandy.
Yeah, exactly. Only on a weekend. But yeah.
What do you do, Ed? So you just sit there and sing, cry.
You sway and cry at how much you paid for a ticket.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking to someone who paid 125 quid to watch Dave Chappelle do 45 minutes, so, you know, what can I say?
Worth it.
And I've swayed a lot of fuck.
Exactly. A lot of crying after that.
Right.
But I don't know. I think, the Adele, the cost, I think the most cheapest ticket, was 95 quid? I think that was it. 95 quid.
And that was car park.
Yeah. And then, it went all the way up to 500 and something quid, I think. So, if you're paying 500 quid, you better get to meet her.
It will forever baffle me if you're at the front of the Adele concert. I honestly don't know what you're doing.
Swaying.
But for
Singing.
what purpose?
You know, not everyone needs to go to a concert and try and get in a mosh pit. You'd be showing up there. You'd be like, oh, shirt, won't be needing this.
Yeah. I've got my bottle of piss ready.
Yeah.
But I just think we cracked it with Ed
Rolling in the
Shikari.
Deep comes on, you're like, come on, guys, back the circle up.
Yeah.
Back it up here.
Music died when Pendulum broke up.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
So anyway, good luck to you, Adele. And also, by all accounts, I mean, she seems like a really cool person, and she's super talented. So well done. Finally,
I don't know. Yeah, fine. I don't know. No, I'm good with Adele. I think I don't really like Ed Sheeran anymore. I just think he just tries to be like a normal guy too much. He's always like, oh, I'm Ed and was having a pint with the lads. It's like, you own 14 houses, you know? You're not a normal dude. You fly on private jets everywhere. You're not a normal bloke, Ed Sheeran. And your music's shit. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, stop being a normal dude and start acting like Tom's mates who all own 14 houses.
No, but honestly, don't just be like, oh, yeah, I'm always down the pub with my mates. I'm like, no, you're not. You're definitely not.
But look, hey, I get it. You know, people say, me, Ali, you must be, you know, you live pretty cool lifestyle.
Yeah.
You're sort of rock and roll. But I'm just a normal guy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm always down with the lads getting a pint of...
John Smith's?
Heineken?
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing that right? Heineken?
Yeah.
Heineken with the lads. Because I'm just a normal bloke.
Yeah, okay.
I like Ed Sheeran. Fuck you.
No, you like him because of his skin complexion and haircut.
He's part of the crew. And then finally, a bit of news is we'd be remiss not to mention it, but it is spooky season. It is Halloween. And just, Tom, what do you think of Halloween? Are you a Halloween fan? Are you a horror film fan?
I've been to a Halloween party in my day.
Of course you have.
Well, best outfit. Once
Any with a top on?
I once went as Master Chief
Master Chief? Who's that?
from Halo.
Jesus Christ. I thought I was the nerdy one. From Halo.
Halo, Master Chief.
Okay. What costumes have you gone on? Last Halloween party, 2 years ago now, I went as Ryan Gosling in Drive.
You said you're like the douchiest, lamest outfit.
I love that film.
Yeah.
And then my mate got it for me for my birthday. I've got the jacket. I've got the scorpion jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll go as Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Drive. Also because you don't have to sort of do much. You just have to wear the jacket.
Yeah. What did you do about the hair? Did you wear a wig?
Sorry?
Did you wear a wig?
Ryan Gosling? What?
He's not just.
Oh, well, fortunately as well, because it's Ryan Gosling, I didn't have to change anything else.
Oh, okay. That was.
I could just put the
He just put the jacket on, and people were like, "Fucking Ryan Gosling."
Because normally people go, is that Ryan Gosling or Ali Woods? It's one of those handsome men I know. But this time they were like, that's Ryan Gosling. That's what. And I was like, guys, and I started taking the jacket off. It's Ali Woods.
Got
so
us
annoying.
again. Got us again.
Trying to think what else I've been. I went as the Green Lantern when we dressed as the Justice League.
Good.
One of the best outfits I went as, as a few of us went in suits with just the Jabberwocky masks on.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 of us, and this was the first year at uni, and we just went in like dark suits with the Jabberwocky masks, and together it looked fucking sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I've done like Power Rangers with multiple people. I've done.
Stop talking about your sex life. Mate.
Exactly.
Those Halloween costumes. What are you into? Well, I like the Power Ranger
Rangers.
movie.
Yeah.
I like
you know
them.
that one?
Power Ranger. Okay, which one do you guys? Let me guess.
It's normal, and then we morph.
Let me guess which you got. Not as red,
Obviously, I was red.
No.
Obviously, I was red.
You're hanging out with some dweebs.
No,
they let you go as red.
I'm obviously red. Are you joking? Of course,
I
I'd be red.
think you're white.
No,
You strike
the
me
white,
as-
the ponytailed one. No, thank you.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
That's your vibe.
No.
Okay, fine.
No. I'm definitely the blue's the worst. Maybe yeah, blue was the worst.
Blue's the worst.
He's the one actually in the original cast. I think he ended up going to prison for something pretty horrific. Yeah. So definitely the worst.
I thought for a minute you thought talking about an episode like you went to prison. Okay, well no.
I would
fair.
like to. Would
Do
you
you
ever,
like dressing up? Do you like?
Yeah. Would you ever buy like a movie quality outfit, and if so, which one?
If I had the money,
Yeah.
I am all for. I like dressing up.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
So if
Hello,
I,
ladies.
ladies. But if I could, I'm trying to think of what I would want. Terminator would be all right. It's to have like a retina eye thing.
Yeah.
Would be pretty cool.
I could do that this year.
And like with a big shotgun and leather jacket would be quite cool. I think.
Yeah, I would obviously go movie quality Iron Man outfit. If
I have an
option-
Iron Man helmet at home.
Yeah, of course you do.
But enough about my sex life.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mate got that for me because I bought him the Thor's hammer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we saw it in a nerdy shop and we were
Yeah.
like, imagine having that. And it was like 150 quid or something. We were like, imagine having that. So I just fucking bought it for his birthday.
Legend.
Yeah, whatever.
Part
And then
time.
I was like, obviously, I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay all of that. 75 quid bill with the put on splitwise. But yeah, no, I really enjoy Halloween though. I think it's a fun time, and I wish there was more excitement in the UK because America obviously is huge deal. But I'm not good at watching horror films.
Yeah, fair.
Do you do the horror film with the girl?
I can watch it, but I'm not that
Do you,
fast.
do you want to come over and watch like?
Create a scary film.
Yeah, do you want to watch like
Yeah, once
Nightmare on
did
Elm Street?
that.
And then you see how much you watched. It was like 17 minutes.
Yeah.
You just-
No, I tell you what, I did actually make the bad mistake of once watching the horror film Midsummer.
Oh, yeah,
with a girl.
Midsommar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, not really like a jumpy, scary horror film, more a
No.
traumatic psychological event.
Yes.
Um,
And it's like 3 hours long as well.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. But halfway through, she just got really freaked out and had to go home. So,
Was that when you started trying to kiss her?
yeah. We both sort of like turned it off after about an hour and a half, and we were like, "That's pretty
That was
pretty
awful.
heavy." Yeah,
and
pretty...
it's about like breakup, like mourning and relationships and stuff.
So don't do that, guys. Just watch Scream or something.
Yeah, watch something shit and fun. Right, so that was the news, and we move on to our next topic. What's
Topic.
so fucking...
We're going to do Agony Uncle, but not in a
weird way. Also, before we do that, someone responded to the AIDIF pod when we put out the question of, do you have a life mail or drama that you want advice on? That's what we do. We try and give some advice. And always, if you've got your life mail that you've sent in and we advise you, let us know how it goes. Yeah. Someone messaged in and said, nope, just wanted to say I just started listening to the pod, so listeners gone up approx 20%. So thank you very much. Actually, more
it's
like
all right when we do the jokes. I don't know how I feel about that.
Actually, and it's wrong anyway, more like 12%.
Yeah.
So get over it. Get over it, mate. So then we go to the actual life, mate. So this, again, it's all quite a linked podcast today, right? Because this will lead on to our FailMail. But someone's messaging, and thank you very much for messaging. Not drama, but would love advice on how to approach/flirt with guys going on about their day. E.g. when I go play badminton or climbing, there's lots of cute guys, but I feel like it's inappropriate to bother them, so I don't. But what do you think? So as you must have been approached before in your life by women, and obviously you're like, mate, if you're approaching me, then obviously you're rotter. obviously you're grim. Otherwise, obviously I would have said something. So like, fuck off. Let me climb. Let me play badminton. But Tom, as a man who may have been in a situation before, and someone who I'm sure has gone on and chirps people in their time. Chirps, if you don't know, guys, is slang for.
My general rule for approaching people in public is don't do it. Just don't fucking do it. I would say do it in an appropriate place, which is the smoking area. If it's not,
of the badminton.
Ideally, because that's the only place that is sort of like, that's like neutral ground, isn't it, for being picked up? That's like, if you're in the smoking area, it's kind of you're okay to be spoken to. If you're not in the smoking area, then
I start in the smoking area.
Yeah,
that's why I go.
I actually know people. Yeah,
clubbing.
That's how I started smoking. So.
I'm in the smoking area at 10 p.m. till 3 a.m.
Exactly. Yeah, just hanging out.
I smoke 81 cigarettes.
Worth it.
So you wouldn't?
No, I would never.
You've never gone up to anyone?
Not unless. No. If I'm honest, I can't recall.
That's why you've never had sex then.
Exactly. I can't really recall a time where I would have just walked up to someone, because you know what? 99% of the time, they don't want to speak to you. They really don't.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you maybe
90%. I mean, if they don't want to speak to me, fucking.
Excuse me.
But like 90% of the time, they just want to be going about their day. They, if you're doing something like sport or climbing or whatever, they're not there to be picked up. They're not there to be.
Well, but you don't have to, I don't think you have to be sleazy with it. You don't have to be like, hey man.
Yeah, you don't have to be sleazy, but also.
I was checking out your badminton shorts.
Yeah.
I'd like to get in those.
Yeah, I mean, you just only have to go on the internet for 1 second, and there's plenty of women who have been like, I just want to go to the gym in peace and not be spoken to. It's very annoying.
Okay.
So I, in general, try and avoid it. If someone like is really making eyes at you, that would be my only kind of, or smiles at you, or like gives you some kind of sign or a look to give you the indication that they want to be spoken to.
They definitely want it.
Then maybe you can speak to them.
That's Tom's
But
mantra.
also be sure that they're giving you a look and you're not just creepily staring at them and they're like looking back being like,
that's my technique.
Yeah.
And then when they look to check, am I okay here? I'm like, oh, they love me. They
exactly.
So you just wouldn't. So your advice to her is don't. But what if you're missing out on the love of your life?
Okay. It's a girl. You didn't tell me it was a girl. Thought it was a boy.
Okay.
If it's a girl, I guess you could be more forthcoming with it, because I don't think there are going to be too many blokes. It happens so infrequently to men that they'd be like, they're not going to be stressed by it. But I think certainly for women in places like the gym or like doing sport, they really don't want guys to come and speak to her. Producer Phoebe, do you want to weigh in on this one?
She's left.
Hello. No, I am here.
Thanks, producer Phoebe.
Good.
Let's move on to
Sick.
the next.
I think if you have like a shared interest in something and you're already talking about something, then it's fine. But if someone is just like doing their own thing, then kind of leave them to it. But at the same time, shoot your shot. So I don't know. As long as you're not weird about it.
Have you ever shot your shot?
That's the crucial.
Have I ever shot my shot? Yes.
Well done. And that sounded, the way you said that sounded like it went brilliantly.
Yeah. It sounded like you were giving a massage and carried on giving the massage. That's what...
Absolutely not.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
Professionalism is key.
I think that is the point, though, Vivi, is like, don't make it weird. I mean, there's two examples. So badminton and climbing. So that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So you're at badminton. You're hitting the shuttlecock around.
Yeah. What, you're just going to like, someone's just going to be like, sorry, I know you're playing badminton, but...
Well, look, I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of badminton club or something like that. And there's a few of them. And maybe similar with climbing. It's like, they go to regular climbing and there's the same sort of people
You could maybe with climbing as a thing where you could possibly ask advice, and if they were...
So I was just below you there and your ass is cracking. Do you fancy maybe going out for a drink? Yeah.
You might be... Maybe you could find it there. But in general, especially like gyms and stuff, feel like girls get a lot of attention that they don't really want. And I would say, look, you may nail it. The issue is 90%.
We're not talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about a woman who wants to go up for you guys.
For it.
So how do you do it? How would you like to be approached as a bloke? A woman comes up to you. What do you think would charm you? What do you think is a good way to go about it? Say you're at the climbing. You're thinking, am I going to scale this top? Then you look to your right and there's this lady that you've seen there a few times, and she comes up to you and she says,
"Hey."
Yeah, that's great, Tom. Cheers. That's brilliant.
Maybe ask for advice, or says like, or gives me advice, either or, like something like that. Then you get chatting that way. I feel like I have a dog, right? Which
what
breaks down all sort of social kind of barriers, and like I've had people come and speak to me because of my dog.
Yeah.
So that's always like.
So bring a dog to badminton is what we're saying.
Yeah. If you're a guy and you want to be approached more, get a dog.
Stop! This isn't the pickup artist podcast, Tom. Stop trying to turn it back to this is how you get girls in the gym, right? Yeah. Unleash dogs.
Yeah, but in general, I don't know. It's such a difficult one. If you're in a space that is designed to be socially acceptable for you to pick up and try and approach women, like e.g. a nightclub or bar kind of thing, then fair enough. Okay. But if you're not, then my general rule is 90% of the time it's not going to go well. There is a 10% chance that it will go well, but it's probably not worth it.
Yeah. So here's my advice, right? I think if you genuinely feel a vibe from someone, or you really attract someone, you think, oh God, you're going to regret the things you don't do. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take right. Politeness is key. Don't go up and be really forthright and be like, I want to do this to you or whatever. Just, introduce yourself if you've seen them there before. So I've seen you around, and start trying to make conversation like, oh, so you're into climbing as well. So, how did you get into it? Whatever it is, badminton. Do you live around here and stuff like that? And then from that small conversation, you'll, I think, be able to pick up whether they have some sort of interest in you as well. So lead with that.
Yeah, and a lot of the time we can have a boy, like my girlfriend, for instance, people would try and speak to her on a lot of,
half of them she sends right away.
Exactly.
She goes, don't.
I'm not interested.
And the other half she goes on a date with and sort of sees
more options,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
be prepared for rejection. The better you get used to rejection.
Oh, as a guy.
Well, but as anyone,
as a guy, you have to just accept that. You're only looking for one, so you're going to get rejected 1,000 times before you find that one. And be okay with that, and don't get incel-y and weird.
Yeah, that's it. Politeness, and think of it more. Go in not with the objective of like, I want to have sex with you, or I want to be in a relationship with you, or whatever. Just go in with the objective of, I'd like to meet this person and try and meet them. And then if that short conversation is going well, or it goes well, whatever, then you could say, I don't suppose, you can be very polite. I don't suppose, you'd fancy going for a drink sometime or whatever.
And if they say, no, I've got a boyfriend, or just, no, I'm not interested, then don't be like, what are you fucking about?
Oh, you're the same. You climbing lads.
Yeah.
You turn up in your skimpy shorts.
Yeah. Evil.
Then you
don't be weird. Just be like, oh, I totally understand. Yeah, fair enough. Or even if they say, I've got a boyfriend, just be like, oh, my mistake. Move on.
Yeah. When I do that one where you go, yeah.
Don't DM people creepy shit as well. Oh my God.
Except it's Tom, he loves it. So DM him.
Yeah. So my girlfriend,
she gets some weird stuff.
I'm just,
I don't think mine was.
So my girlfriend used to be a model, and here we go. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah. I knew this was where we were gonna go. I was debating whether to say this, but as a part of my job, obviously she posts lots of stuff on her Instagram.
I've seen it. Yeah,
and she would get bombarded with creepy shit. So yeah.
What sort of stuff?
I don't know, just like creepy dudes being creepy, asking for all kinds of creepy stuff.
Yeah.
Don't just try and keep the creepiness to a limit. If you're gonna DM someone, I don't know, just send a smiley face, and if they reply, they want to speak to you, and if they don't, then they don't want to speak to you.
Exactly. My final advice, as I said already, when approaching someone, focus on meeting that person. That's what you're there to do. Don't worry about the the objective of I need to shag them. Whatever. Just meet them and see how it goes. Like get to know another person. Right. Speaking of chatting up and chat up lions, we had FailMail this week as always, and our FailMail this week was, what is the worst pickup line you've ever heard or said? So we will start as ever with people who have messaged AIDIF Pod on our social channels, AIDIF POD, and it's a friend of the show, Simone.
Good. Hello, Simone.
Who is a recent Patreon backer as well. Thank you very much, Simone. Great to have you. Opening Tinder message sent to me. You look like you could suck golf balls through through a hose. Got up. Also, Tom, I think maybe we should try and do these to each other and see if you can crack. So let me do this one again to you. Properly. Okay, now we know that's the thing. So Tom.
Okay.
Tom. No. Tom.
Oh, okay. You're gonna do it to me. Okay.
You look like you could. Sorry. You look like you could suck golf balls through a hose.
Ooh, you cheeky boy.
Yeah, that was the only one. And now we get. So there's one more of this. Tom. If you were a burger, you'd be gorgeous.
I kind of smiled at that.
That's the end of one. Okay, now the rest of you.
All right, okay, I'll do one for you.
Hang on. Okay.
Hi, my name's Fred. I can make the bed rock.
Like Flintstone.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do this one to you.
Okay, you got it.
Tom, what's your height?
6'3".
6'3". That's the perfect height to suck dick. Okay.
Hey, are you still with the baby's dad, or do you want to get a drink? No child, heavily pregnant. She says.
That's so good. Are you still with the baby's dad? No child, heavily pregnant, and also a drink as well. So good. Right, Tom, you ready for this one?
Yeah,
I'm going to go straight with it. All right. You remind me of my dead mother.
Wendy was beautiful woman.
Exactly. She was the most beautiful woman in the world and will ever be.
Yeah.
But you could be a close second.
Do you want to wear one of her dresses?
Yeah. But it does remind us of that worst date that someone had.
Yeah.
They said you look like my dead ass. That's why I match with you.
Oh my god, there's some. Okay. So guy came up. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't think of a pickup line.
Shocking. Right. Guy's first message on Tinder. So this is on Tinder. We matched. I'm going to Tesco. Would you like something for me to pick up? That's a classic, I think.
Yeah.
That's a classic opener. Do you want to go? Or,
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
You go.
Tom.
Yeah.
I want to paint you green and spank you like a disobedient avocado.
What the fuck?
Okay, I got this one as well. So imagine this, right? I don't normally give cunnilingus, but I would drink you dry.
Oh. Okay, I've got another. Hey, do you want to see my tape collection?
That's mine.
Spoiler, it worked. Happily married for nearly 25 years.
Oh, there we go. Yes. So there we go. I'm going to use that one tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Do you cough here often?
Oh.
The COVID one.
You're not like other girls. Classic.
Yeah. This one, are you a parking ticket because you've got fine written all over you? But then say, ashamed to say I used it. That was the person. But then we got a variation on that. Someone else has messaged in. Are you a parking ticket? Because I'd give you a ride home.
Are you Jamaican? Because you're Jamaican me crazy.
Yeah, I love that one.
Do you like grapes? How about a date?
What?
I don't know. I feel like they were trying to do a pun on fruit or something there,
but maybe they do like grapes. So this is apparently you've turned up, Tom. You've turned up with your boyfriend, and I say this to the boyfriend: "Oh, you've bought a present for me."
Okay.
What the fuck? And from the same person as well. Here's 10p to call your mum and tell her you're not going home tonight. Outrageous stuff.
Oh god. That's some very 90s pickup line, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this girl's surname is, well, Jinx. Sorry for reading out your surname, but your surname is Jinx, I hope we aren't jinxed.
Jesus, that's cringe worthy. Someone said this is a bold gambit. If you had on your bank the amount that is your phone number, how much would it be?
What's he just asking for? How
For
much
number in a weird. No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This is a classic, Tom. This would work on you. If I buy you chips, will you get with me? I think I like that sort of attack, sort of straight down the line.
Yeah, I got one more. Hey, what's your favourite pie? In a pie shop.
Shit! I thought it was going to be like cream pie or something. A classic. If we get married, you'll pay lower taxes.
I mean,
fair.
There's a practical thinking, man.
The fact you're a mathematician is the hottest thing on your profile.
Oh.
Which I think sounds fun, and then maybe suggest that because you're fucking ugly.
Now, Ali, did you ever have comedian on any of your dating apps?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have dating apps.
Well, you've never been on them?
No, not for maybe 4.5 years.
Oh, wow. Well, if you ever do
Did you match?
be working in comedy, let me just tell you, you are going to get nothing but, hey, give us a joke.
Yeah.
That's the only thing anyone will ever ask you.
Yeah.
Even when you tell people out and about, even if you were talking to a girl in real life, and they're like, what do you do?
You've lost me.
Yeah, exactly. They will be like, and you say, oh, I'm a comedian. Then you are about to have to give a million jokes to reel off, and it's going to be very boring.
Well, that's why I don't say that. I say I'm a comedic artist. Anyway.
I paint funny.
Yeah. At the pub, I'm texting my friend, and a 60-year-old comes closer saying, I never know how that thing works. What the hell? So this person is, I assume, of Latina heritage.
Okay.
When a white guy started a conversation with, hey, mamacita.
Oh. So bold to do that.
His first message to me was, I want to cover you in cream and eat you with my strawberries.
Oh,
First one.
what are his strawberries? That's, what's he referring to? That's weird.
This is in the street, this one. I'm good looking, you're good looking. Good looking people should get together.
Yeah, probably worked to
It probably yeah.
Unless he was an absolute rotter, overconfident rotter.
Wrong. Hey, sunshine, it's me, Moonlight.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that hurts. It actually hurts.
This is one that someone has used themselves.
Okay.
This is something I'd say. I'll be really disappointed if we don't sleep together tonight. They say, I stand by it.
That's just like an updated version of Get Your Coat You've Pulled, love.
Yeah. And then a final one. And this, I think, is probably my favourite.
Okay. Do it on me.
Okay. So, come up to you at the bar. You're drinking.
Yeah.
Was it probably double rum and coke?
Mojito.
Yeah. Okay. I slide in with my whiskey.
Yeah.
And I go, are your pants a compressed file? Because I'd love to unzip them.
It's such a combination of nerd and sleaze.
Yeah, it's actually the worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
But
thank you very much for that. That was very entertaining, everyone who sent those in. Producer Phoebe, have you ever had any pickup lines or attempts?
Yeah, my favourite one was, you're so hot if you ate bread you'd poop toast.
Wow. And did it work?
Did it work?
No, obviously not.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It was funny though. I still use it now.
Yes.
But
Conversation.
so this is what we're meeting with people. We're talking on the way here. But do you have any lines, Tom?
Do I have any line? No.
You must have had a line.
Hello. Just.
But yeah.
Hi.
You don't really write, do you?
No, I say hi. You right? Yeah, good.
Yo. Do you want to go smoking section?
Yeah. No, that'll be in the smoking section.
Oh, right,
No,
yeah,
just, come on. I'm not going to be doing.
I've just requested Calvin Harris. Let's go in before we miss it.
Can you do drunken love?
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Generally, just say hello. Maybe ask for a lighter. That was about as extensive as my chat got.
Yeah.
Ask for a lighter or say hello.
I'm gonna say Phoebe thought I definitely had lines.
Yeah, you strike me as someone who would.
Why
You
do I
strike me as
look like-
someone who went to one of those pickup artist schools and then wore a suit out to nightclubs for 2 years.
Go to them. It was all online. But anyway. No. I was very much of the school of, I went to an all boys school.
Yeah.
A lot of testosterone. I was of the school of you got to get with as many girls as possible and
Right.
out.
So what happened?
And I'm still trying to get with someone.
Yeah.
I was of that school, but it wasn't so much lines. It was. I don't think that was. I couldn't. I could never sell them convincingly because I have too much of an ego, and I think I should be, quick enough and witty enough to just be chatting with someone and be able to charm them.
And that's why I got with no girls. So.
Rather than that is why I'm single. So, but rather than what other people who wouldn't really care, I don't think they would care about their, they're good at sports or they've got a good job or whatever. They don't really care about that side of their personality. So they're more like, I'll use these lines. But I never had any.
I never did like
picking up people.
About these guys, like
I would just be like, "Hey, what's your name?" What someone wanted to reply to me. My name is I have a boyfriend. And I was like, "Yep, you're lovely."
Good, yeah, yeah.
I was like, "That's a weird name."
You always about this guy like peacocking, and so I remember in nightclubs you'd just see a guy just really flamboyant, and then you'd be like, "Look at that weirdo," and then he'd just leave with a really hot girl.
Oh yeah, the worst thing because it's the numbers game. That's what everyone got. I always got told it's a numbers game. Then, did you ever watch Keys to the VIP?
No. It sounds awful.
I think you still find it on YouTube. Yeah, it was sort of, it was that, just the tail end of sort of that FHM culture. Very much like early stage Lad Bible. We're talking, right?
Got it.
And it was two blokes put up against each other. Two blokes who backed themselves as pickup artists.
Oh, God.
Who would do 3 rounds of challenges. They would make like basically a club, a bar environment. Right. And they'd invite loads of girls. And they must have said to these women, like, you drink for free. Like, you just got to, we're filming something. We just need people to fill up the bar. And then the dudes, for instance, it would be like, you've got 3 minutes to get as many phone numbers as you can or something like that. Or like, you've got to get someone to buy you a drink or something like that. Like, you've got to get a girl to buy you a drink. Like, it'd be stuff like that. And then whoever won out of the 3 rounds would get the keys to the VIP, which was like an all paid exclusive night out.
Oh my God, that sounds so awful.
It was great.
I'll try and watch that for next week.
Keys to the VIP. Maybe we should do maybe we could do a reaction video to Keys to the VIP. An episode of Keys to the VIP. But it is, but yeah, that's what we watched. And look, and part of it was watching it as like a tongue in cheek, like, imagine being this shallow. But part of it was also like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But I never had any lines. I would always, my thing was, numbers game. So if again, as you say, this is back when I was at 18, 19, like before I went uni, especially as well, because at uni you start to just meet people and know people and stuff. And if you'd like get eye contact with someone, then try and go up to them afterwards, or I try and make a joke about what's happening or something like that, or about what they're doing or what I'm doing. I'd normally have like a flower that squirts water or something. I'd just press the button and my bow tie would spin.
Budgie under your sleeve.
Yeah. Do you like magic?
Dead.
Yeah, exactly. A dead parrot comes out. But Phoebe, do you want to tell the story of your technique? This is what Phoebe was telling me this on the way here.
This wasn't a technique.
It's not a technique.
It was just something that I started to do because I found it funny.
Like we did with the podcast, but we see how that works out. Very dark.
Things get out of hand.
These aren't lines. It was just post-coital.
Okay.
That means sex, by the way, Tom.
No. I've experienced it once or twice.
There's like that awkward moment sometimes afterwards, and there's like a little bit of silence after the climax.
Yeah.
And I just try and say like funny lines afterwards because.
Like what? Like quotes from The Office, or?
So the thing that I told Ali.
This is excellent.
Oh my God! I hope my mum never hears this.
No, no one listens. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I know. So behind my bed was like some fancy dress stuff, including like a mask, like a hat that you put on with a hole in the head cut out.
Yeah.
And it was an alien hat.
Good.
And so we'd finished, and I was atop the guy.
Yeah.
And his eyes were closed, obviously in deep pleasure. And so whilst his eyes were still closed, I reached over, put the mask on. So when he opened his eyes again, I was like, that was out of this world.
How good is that?
Did he laugh, or did he totally leave?
I mean, he came back.
Okay,
so
that's good.
That
That's fine.
He came back and just went, put the mask on.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Phoebe, and thank you for producing the podcast today. And we look forward to whatever you do in your future, because it's probably the last time we'll see you here. Yeah. We'll have some other random bloke in or something, or something.
Probably one of those kids from your course. Yeah.
Yeah, probably, and then they'll get famous and leave.
Everyone just leaves us, guys. Thank you.
And on that note,
Thank you so much for listening. I've been Tom Elwes. You can follow me at all good social platforms. Ali?
Ali Woods Gigs, if you want to follow me. If you want to get an extra episode every week, donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFpod. Thank you very much to everyone who donates. We really appreciate it. $5 a month will get you an extra episode every week. And if you want to come watch us live, we are always at Vauxhall Comedy Club on Tuesday, AIDIF Tuesdays. Come down. You can buy tickets on Design My Night Groupon, and the link is on Instagram for AIDIF Pod. Until next time, we hope you have a wonderful week. Look after yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.